Barbara, thoughts and feedback.
I mean, that was really for my first time. I had a good time. I just love hearing her story. And I think one thing that really resonated with me was like the whole confidence piece. And just to know, like, everyone doesn't start off just having confidence. It's something that you have to really grow into it. And just to hear her story and ways that she grew into it, it was refreshing just to hear that part of her story. But it was great. It was great for me.
Great. Derek?
Yeah, no, this is why we did this podcast, is for everyday people. And you listen to other podcasts. I know a lot of celebrities have podcasts, and not to minimize it, but it's nice to put on everyday people to tell how they've gotten ahead. And they have a platform to speak, which is what we want to do. This is why it was created for this. And it's a positive thing. And after I leave this podcast, I have to go outside and start terraforming for water and air on Mars. So,
I think my hopes too are from it too is like the networking piece, and for everyone that's getting involved with this, that leads to some other connections there with people, and some opportunities that may kind of arise from that, because you're hearing people's stories, you're hearing the vulnerability from them, throughout our interviews, and you're getting the opportunity to know that person and get a further, like a little bit more insight into their lives and their journey and so on. So,
well, I think the last three guests, it goes to, whether it was Diane or it was Joy or it was today, it goes to confidence. And Diane looks back at her resume and doesn't realize what she accomplished, right? You don't look at that. You don't take a step back to see who you are. Joy had to come from different, a relationship that may have, ruined her. And she gets a positive feedback, and she's all positive. And then you have today, it was just like, again, confidence seems to be the key word of that. You have to have confidence to get to the next level. Without that, people just sometimes give up, and you hate to see that because it can be a lot of wasted talent. What do they say in Bronx Tale, Brett, at the end? What do they say about talent?
The saddest thing in the world is, wasted talent.
Yeah. Something to that extent. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I should know that right off the hand.
Yeah.
I think with the last thing I'll say this, and then we'll take it home, is that she didn't have really anyone else surrounding her for, to guide her along these, this journey. And that's huge to see, like where she's started now to where she was, where she was before to where she is now. And all those obstacles that she had to deal, not even that, being like Cuban and having to deal with the language barrier and being a female, and like, you got to be strong mentally, right?
Yeah. And I think for like this episode, I think for younger people who are listening, they can like see someone who has struggled, right? And then they've like, even though they've had struggles in front of them, they were able to like pick themselves up and keep going. That type of thing. So like, just to hear that part, like, it's great to hear like all the stuff that you've done, the things that you've won, you've accomplished. But I think the part that a lot of people are missing is like that journey. So like, when you hear people's journey, it just motivates you. It's just like, if she can do it, and where I'm going through something similar to what she's going through, then I'm going to be okay. So,
yeah.
Barbara,
take it home.
What do I say?
Whatever you want to say.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Well, thank you guys for inviting me. I hope you guys bring me back for another episode later down the road. But I hope you guys enjoy the Three Guys podcast. I do a good job.
And don't forget to name your podcast.
Oh, yes. And if you are interested, please listen to According to Us. It's on all platforms, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, any podcast that you're listening to, it's all on there according to us. And you can follow us on Instagram. It's according to us _. So yeah.
And your own personal social media handle?
My personal?
Yeah. Do you want?
Oh, it's Barbara Offure, which is Ofure. So yeah, that's it.
Excellent. So
and hopefully, Barbara, you don't mind coming back, even though the Brett hogged the spotlight.
No, I didn't do that, did I?
No, maybe a little, but.
Go ahead, Brett. Take us home.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all the listeners for joining us today, and we will see you on the next episode.